to another episode of EveryRing. That's Everything Wrestling. Another fascinating what if. So let's go. What if Cody Rhodes had stayed in AEW? WWE would have missed out on a major star and top babyface. AEW would have retained a key founding member and potential top champion, and Turner's trajectory wouldn't have been significantly altered, though they might have seen more AEW to WWE exodus talent in the future as a result of a stable AEW roster. WWE. Impact on WWE. Missed opportunity. WWE wouldn't have gained one of its biggest current stars and the main event player they sought. Different Roman Reigns era. The historic undisputed WWE Universal Championship reign of Roman Reigns would likely have concluded differently, with someone else challenging for and eventually winning the title. No, Codyverse, the emotionally resonant story of Cody returning to win the championship his father never held, would not exist. Cody Rhodes is the embodiment of wrestling. His presence is just more than wrestling. As an ambassador he brings in interest. So no Cody Rhodes, WrestleManias 39 and 40 would not have that aura, plus no story would have given a big void. The stellar matches between Seth Rollins and Cody would have never taken place, which would put the wrestling world in a big void. WWE may not have had that special presence and could have led AEW to dominate a lot of focus. No, Cody could have meant the bloodline story not have the impact, because without a perfect foil, feuds wouldn't be impactful. Cody not going to WWE may have also impacted his personal life, where his whiskey company and his personal Hollywood dreams may have never come true. Cody in WWE just seems right, but if there was no return, it could have affected WWE financially. If the Vince fiasco happened but no Cody, WWE could not have a buyer and could have been DOA. Cody has a great aura and charisma that he plays a bigger role than just a body to wrestle. He's a big locker room leader. Without him a lot of talent wouldn't have that voice of reason. AEW. Impact on AEW. Continued influence. Cody would have remained a central figure in AEW, potentially as a top champion, central to ongoing storylines. Different landscape. The dynamics of the roster, especially regarding potential main event challenges and heel turns, would have been significantly different. CM Punk's arc. The complexities surrounding CM Punk's departure from AEW might have been altered or avoided, as Cody was a key figure in the backstage issues. Stability in roster. AEW would have retained a significant founding member and a top-tier talent, potentially impacting its ability to sign other major free agents in the long run. Cody Rhodes being in the fold would be beneficial. His expertise alone is valuable. With the addition of many NJPW wrestlers, Cody could have added to many of the feuds. Cody Rhodes is the ultimate cult of personality, so as mentioned he could have kept cooler minds with the CM Punk story. Imagine the future where a company has Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Okada, etc. WWE would be in a big void where attracting wrestlers like Jacob Fatu to AEW instead. Cody's presence could have changed the landscape, where he may not have gotten the world title due to the Jericho stipulation, but with the slew of other titles, he would have been a prominent face of the titles. Again, Cody Rhodes is the best ambassador for the sport. His greatness alone could have garnered attention and take away the focus on WWE. Him remaining in AEW could have been one of the greatest move. Cody may not have finished the story, but he could have written volumes of other chapters. His wrestling mind is top-notch, and Tony Khan could have benefited having him in the fold. TNA. Impact on TNA. Minimal direct impact. TNA's growth is largely independent of Cody's specific career path between WWE and AEW. Indirect effect. A stronger, more stable AEW with Cody could have indirectly influenced the talent market, potentially leading to more wrestlers moving from AEW to WWE, rather than TNA seeing more former AEW talent. In essence, Cody's departure was a pivotal moment that shaped the recent landscape of both WWE and AEW, and his continued presence in AEW would have created a vastly different wrestling world. As mentioned in previous What Ifs, TNA had a working relationship with AEW. Cody Rhodes remaining with AEW could have worked to keep it in the fold. He may not win the AEW World Championship, but could have used TNA as a foster title. Cody's mind could have changed the course of TNA-AEW relationship where he could have convinced Tony Khan to work it as WWE is currently doing. Cody's mind could have carried other companies to stay, so EO under Cody's mind could have had NJPW, AAA and CMLL, making it a powerhouse. The TNA stars would have benefited as the relationship lasted longer and Tony allowing Cody to spread his wings. TNA may have benefited from the crumbs if Cody had stayed because his mind for wrestling is unmatched. Cody gained more behind-the-scenes power and he would utilize each company to continue working with AEW. This power would easily be used to put its thumb on the throat of WWE, creating more conflicts and start taking the reins of top company. Cody Rhodes has the wrestling mind of his pops Dusty and his presence alone pays dividends. Cody going back to WWE could be the most impactful moment in wrestling history because Tony Khan didn't want to give more of the creation aspect in the hands of Cody, so this aspect could go down in wrestling history as the most powerful movement in the present where a simple act could have created one swift slaying of the dragon transaction. Well, that is another episode of EveryRing. That's everything wrestling. Now to Arvid and the discussion.
Welcome to the discussion. What a week of wrestling. Saturday night main event had a spectacular night where Jade, Cargill, CM Punk both won gold. Last weekend also saw a historic night where NXT North American champion Ethan Page and US champion Chelsea Green win the Triple A mixed tag belts. In AEW, Tony Khan has announced a new title. The national championship and the new champ will be determined at Full Gear in the Casino Gauntlet match, which created a little conflict between NWA wrestlers, where many declared there is only one national championship. Earlier, we discussed Ridge Holland being released. He then went to social media mentioning the job release will affect his mortgage. So WWE quickly fired him, but this led to the altruistic nature of wrestlers. Chelsea Green, Omos, and several others quickly donated money. In another dubious act conducted by WWE and TKO, WWE quietly released Jesse Ventura from his Legends contract and further Saturday night main event will be without Jesse. It was announced this week the participants for the time is now John Cena tournament. On Raw it was reported next week, Sheamus vs Nakamura, Rusev vs Damian Priest, and on SmackDown The Miz vs Jey Uso, LA Knight vs a mystery opponent. Speculating who the mystery opponent can be: Matt Cardona, Edge, Chris Jericho, Nick Aldis, Joe Hendry. Email us at everything@gmail.com for your thoughts on the mystery opponent will be. On SmackDown, Lash Legend made an appearance and is associated with Nia Jax. In the same match, Charlotte Flair had a wardrobe malfunction. In sad news, Maple Leaf Wrestling legend Silent Brian McNee has passed away. Known for his run in the 70s and 80s, known for his run in Canada, but he had runs in NJPW, AJPW, and others. Rest in peace. Now let's go to matches of the week, wrestlers of the week and indie star of the week. Matches of the week. Raw. Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez vs Stephanie Walker and Nikki Bella. Again having a Hall of Famer interactions is always positive. Roxanne Perez again pins Nikki Bella, so this could go one of many ways. Nikki turns on Stephanie Walker, could feed millions. NXT. Javon Evans vs Saquon Sugars. Again Javon's upside is infinite. Back in the indie days, these two wrestled several times and the chemistry is obvious. We may have said it million times, the wrestling world is in good hands. SmackDown. This may be redundant of us, but the US title open challenges have been spectacular. Ilja Dragunov vs Johnny Gargano. This match was a masterpiece. The chemistry with the athleticism made this feel like a chess match in the squared circle. Mad Dragon's aura is something special. AEW Women's World Tag Championship Quarterfinals. Seo Mercedes Moon and Athena vs Willow Nightingale and Halle Cameron. Unpredictable results and all four women were displayed perfectly. Athena's strength was on display. Halle Cameron's star power and her aura is unmatched. It's fun seeing the women's division displayed nicely. TNA. Sinner and Saint, Travis Williams and Judas Icarus vs the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz vs the Great Hands, John Skyler and Jason Hitch vs the System, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. The tag division is heating up and these four teams just put out a great display tag team specialty. Modern times have not been pleasing for the tag division, so watching this was a pleasant throwback to tag team wrestling and what made it special. Wrestlers of the Week. WWE. Chelsea Green, 2 titles. Chelsea had a splendid week. Her win and co-ownership of the Triple A's mixed tag titles, then capturing the US title for the second time. Congrats. AU. The Babes of Wrath, Willow and Cameron. Overcoming the favorite to win and had fun doing it. Halle Cameron is one of the most underrated superstars and Willow is the face that runs the place. TNA. Dana Luna. Her showing against Jody Threat was amazing. Former Knockouts champs put on a great match and Luna finding her path to the solos is a great way to display the Knockouts. Indie Star of the Week. Samael Fawzi, the Super Crazy Champion. This star is the prototype of what's to come in professional wrestling. Well, that's another week of EveryRing. That's everything wrestling. Thank you so very much. As always, check us out on Facebook and YouTube. Chalo Kushti Karate.
So beloved, they wanted me to do this special in case you missed it. Yes, Nigel the Yeti is here to give you the 411 of things that happened at EveryRing. That's everything wrestling may have missed. Frank the Clown is dating Noelle Foley. The daughter of WWE Hall of Famer, Noelle Foley has made headlines for dating Frank the Clown. The indie star is known for his crazy and unique style, so it's right up Noelle Foley alley. Many Dave Metzler followers have been complaining about Rusev and Aleister Black's records since arriving at WWE. They have more losses than their runs in AEW, but that's failing to mention they were not doing anything there while in WWE. One is in the thick of WWE IC title picture and the other is in one of the biggest feuds and prominent TV time. In reality is stranger than fiction news. Former WWE and lawyer David Ortega has been talking about the legality of the 90-day no-compete clause. With the recent departure and confusion of Andrade, now wanting more than his 15 minutes of fame, David is giving his opinion that no one asked for to keep himself feel important. In a hush-hush move, it is reported 2 WWE stars will have voicing roles in the upcoming Zootopia 2. Any guesses who are the 2 stars? They will be voicing zebras. Send us your guesses at EveryRing. That's everything at gmail.com. TNA launches open contest to find Mr. Elegance, where one fan could be the next member of the faction with a massive reward associated with the honor. Pro Wrestling Noah's Star Navigation saw 3 NXT stars play important roles. Yoshiki Inamura dethroned GHC heavyweight champion Kenta. Congrats. Hank N. Tank walked out with the GHC Tag Championship in a very hard-hitting match. Staying in Japan, Okada made a surprise appearance to challenge Tanahashi for the retirement match at NJPW for Wrestle Kingdom 20. There have been concerns with the Royal Rumble in Riyadh because with the airline system, no one can be a secret, so surprise entrance for the Rumble will be virtually over, at least for this Rumble. Liv Morgan made a surprise appearance for the Stranger Things world premiere. Her presence was a refreshing surprise and made speculations of her WWE return. Well, hopefully this kept you updated. Until next week, the higher-ups of EveryRing, that's everything wrestling, will employ my greatness to enhance the show. I don't even have any affiliation with wrestling, but my presence and expertise in presenting information is something refreshing. You are very welcome. Until next time, support local and watch us on YouTube and spread the word.
Wrestling is something special, as you can see our human element dealt with a lot of superstars. King Kong Bundy, a wrestler deserving WWE Hall of Fame. Sherry Martel was an amazing person who helped revolutionize the women's division. The Crusher, who Milwaukee famous, was a classic star. Puppet the Midget was a bigger-than-life superstar who is both engaging and ahead of his time. Wrestling is life and we want to push it forward.
Thanks for tuning in to Channel 14, Kenosha Community Television. Remember to tune into my program, Just Talkin', shown right here, Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. on Channel 14. On the program, we cover community events, talk to nonprofit organizations, and who knows, we may bump into a celebrity now and then. So remember to tune in to Just Talkin' Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 8:30 p.m. right here on Channel 14.
Kenosha Community Media. For 40 years it entertained, educated and produced local production for the city of Kenosha. Viewers like you not only can watch but be part of the channel by bringing in local flair. Spectrum Channel 14, Roku and Internet. KenoshaMedia.org. 262-564-6103. Address: Southwest Library, The Hub, 7979 38th Street, Kenosha, Wisconsin 53142.
EveryRing. That's Everything Wrestling is carrying out the tradition that was brought to you by Diablo Angelico and Danger Dan. The show must go on. Mondays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 6 p.m. on Kenosha Community Media. Channel 14 with Spectrum or on Roku KCM streaming. With EveryRing. That's Everything Wrestling will keep you updated and informed. Mondays at 5 p.m. Fridays at 6 p.m. Tune in and enjoy wrestling. The renaissance of wrestling is occurring as we speak, so be part of sports entertainment. Each week you can see the discussion with topics, wrestlers and matches of the week. Looking at the big three: WWE, AEW and TNA. So if you enjoy wrestling and everything that makes wrestling special, tune in KCM 14 on Mondays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 6 p.m. EveryRing. That's Everything Wrestling.
Boinker's Cartoon Apocalypse, where classic cartoons are revisited. Saturday at 10 a.m. and Sundays 10:30 a.m. If you enjoy classic and rare cartoons, you go to show. Nigel the Yeti is taking the reins while Mr. Boinkers add to the programming. The likes of Betty Boop, Popeye, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, Mickey Mouse, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, Felix the Cat and so much more. On Kenosha Community Media Channel 14, sit back with friends and family and relive the magic of morning cartoons. Wake up, gather the family and enjoy cereal and relive one's youth. Mr. Boinker's Cartoon Apocalypse, where whimsy is part of the magic. Join the other circus freaks where cartoons were fun and artistic. Every Saturday at 10 a.m. and Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Enjoy what made mornings special. Mr. Boinker's Cartoon Apocalypse, where classics fill the time.
What the heck are we watching? Movie reviews without pompous and pretentious critics who have agendas. Kenosha Community Media, Fridays at 5 p.m. and Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. Cinephiles who like movies for entertainment and not rants and raves, who make the audiences feel bad for themselves. Weekly discussion on movies and with no alternatives. The movie reviews are to help audiences to make their decision. Not only are modern movies reviewed but a discussion on hidden gems, where good movies that have fallen through the cracks and forgotten. So before you go out, check out What the Heck Are We Watching? On Kenosha Community Media Channel 14. Fridays at 5 p.m. and Saturdays at 10:30 a.m.
Just Turned Heel, hosted by Danger Dan and Diablo Angelico, as seen on EveryRing. That's Everything Wrestling. Behind the curtain look at professional wrestling. A gritty shoot style of interviews where we look at various aspects of wrestling. Ever wanted to know what an indie star needs to do to get their foot in the door? Ever wanted to know what a booker does? Ever wanted to know the purpose of a referee is? Just Turned Heel will plunge into the world of wrestling and look at every facet. Just Turned Heel, YouTube exclusive, starting January 28, 2024.
Beware! Take care! The little green dragon sits on your doorstep. He eats little boys. puppy dog tails, and big fat snails. Beware! Pull the string! Pull the string! Dr. Destruction's Crimson Theater can be viewed
on Saturdays at 9 o'clock, Tuesdays at 3 o'clock, and Fridays at midnight.
All right, ghoulies, you tune in. You won't be let down.